and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Andrew Lim.
Hi guys, thank you so much. Hello, are you guys awake? Because I am not. I didn't sleep at all last night. I'm really tired right now, but I'll try to entertain you for as much as possible. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about perspective. And oh dear, you can't see the word. Okay, well, it's all about turning the worst situations into your greatest achievements. Before I start, let me just tell you a bit more about myself first. I'm Andrew Lim. I have always loved marine life since I was a young kid, like 2-3 years old. I didn't watch cartoons when I was young. I didn't play like what Playum does. But I grew up on documentaries and National Geographic, which was like my interest. I was a real geek. After that, I went to St. Hilda's Primary School. Anyone from St. Hilda's here? Oh no, nobody. It's fine. And then I went to Victoria School, and I finally did Mass Comm in Temasek Polytechnic. When I was in TP, I joined the rock climbing team, and I became the captain there. But the great thing was, I was rock climbing naked. The great thing was, in my second year, I managed to get into the national team. And was really blessed to be able to take part in competitions all around the world. And yeah, there you go. And then after that, I went to do my internship at the Singapore Zoo. How many of you recognize this photo? Yeah, I took the photo, you know, but no one knows, so it's quite sad. But yeah, I took this photo alongside a few other photos that they've been using. So after that, I graduated from TP, and it was time to start national service, right? But before that, I had some time in between. And I was thinking to myself, I need to do something different from all my peers. And I've always wanted to, publish an underwater photography book. So since I had those few months that I was free, right, I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to fly to Indonesia, I'm going to do it, and I did it. So I flew there for about 1.5 months. I was scuba diving every day, about 4 dives each day. I was taking a lot of photos. That's a lionfish. And I finally published this, Silhouette of Serenity. And the book was received very well, fortunately. The president invited me to have tea with him, so that was quite a cool experience. And after that, a lot of job opportunities came in as well, because people didn't see me as just a photographer. They saw me as, someone who does something different from everyone else, because, with that, they know that, oh, this guy, Andrew, has got a different perspective on a lot of things. He thinks out of the box, he knows what to do to stand out from his peers, and yeah. But I have since turned down all the job opportunities because there are a few business stuff which I had a few business ideas which I want to do on my own. And I have established Drew Perspectives, which is an underwater photography company. So what we do is that we take underwater pre-wedding photos. How many of you recognize these people? Who are they? Yeah, your wild banana people, Eden and Audrey. They were very nice to model for me. I've been working very closely with them. I've also done shoots for like models and so it's been going very well. I plan to take it to Thailand soon because the Singapore market is quite small, and at the same time I'm working on a few other business startups. So I've been really busy. But you might be thinking, why is this fella up on stage telling me about all his achievements? He must be so lucky, right? Everything goes so smoothly. But that is not the case at all. Okay, now I'm going to share with you the other huge part of my life. And that is, I'm a very suay person. You know what suay means, right? Unlucky. I'm super unlucky. I'm probably the unluckiest person in this room right here. So yeah, when it all started when I was about your age, primary 5. How many of you are primary 5 here? Wow, like majority of you. Yeah, so it started when I was your age. I was a prefect. Are you all prefects? Yes, I was exactly like you. I was doing my recess, what do you call that, duty, right? Recess duty. So after recess, everyone will go back to the classes. So I was that prefect there. It's like, hey, can you go back to your classroom now? And then suddenly, do you know what happened? I couldn't move half of my face. By the way, whatever I'm sharing with you right now, right, I've never shared in public before, and it is a very personal story. Suddenly, after my duty, I couldn't move half my face. My left eye couldn't blink, my left ear was deaf, and my mouth was like that the whole time, you know. Yeah, it was quite funny, really. I tried drinking water. The water would just spill out of, the left side of my face. And, well, to cut the story short, what happened was I was sent to, the hospital, and they finally diagnosed it as a very rare mutation of chickenpox. It's called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. I was like one of the first few cases in Singapore to ever get this. A few days later, my whole tongue became white in color because my whole tongue was an ulcer. Just imagine. I lost 8 kg because I couldn't eat. The only way I could eat, right, was if they sprayed surgical spray on my tongue, and then they put a straw down my throat, and then they could drip porridge in. That was the only way, I could eat. So yeah, I mean, that was really bad. I was out of school for a few months. But when I finally went back, right, when I was better, I thought everything was more or less over. But no, guess what? Guess what? The people in my school called me. I had suddenly so many nicknames. My favorite, right, is YY Zui. You know what YY Zui means, right? It means crooked mouth. It's like as if I didn't know my mouth was crooked already. They had to say it twice. YY, yeah. So it didn't really affect me much because my Mandarin was really atrocious, so I just took it as a joke. But ultimately, it did affect my self-esteem. On the way to the hospital one day, I remember turning to my dad, and I looked at him and I asked him, Pa, do you think I can ever get married next time? Because I felt that I was so ugly. While all my friends were just worrying, or rather, they're just concerned about whether they can get the best results or whether, they can go out and play at 5 p.m., I was really already concerned about my future, whether I could even get married in the first place. So this really affected me all the way until Sec 2. From that age, right, until Sec 2, you see my photos, right, I never smiled. When I laughed, I would cover my face to laugh because I was so self-conscious. But Sec 3, things took a change when a girl said I had a charming smile. So once a girl said that, right, she was from TKGS, the game was back on. I saw things a bit differently. It's like I saw it in a sense whereby, hey, look, yeah, maybe I'm a bit different, but people notice me, Maybe difference isn't so bad after all. So, well, that was when my brain started thinking a bit differently, and I realized the power of doing something different from everyone else, even if it's something which seems to be quite unpleasant, like the Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. But yeah, so ever since then, my take on things was, you know what, do something different from everyone else so that people will notice you easier. And that also built on my self-esteem because this huge problem of mine was no longer a problem anymore. I wasn't concerned about my image or whatnot because why care what people think about anymore, right? It's time to build on my other strengths. So yeah, that was my first sway incident. And then my first achievement was rock climbing, right? People would say, wow, this fella, 2 to 3 years, and he's already in the national team. He must be lucky, he must be talented, he got it easy. No. I was born with deformed shoulders. I tell you, very sweet. I was born with deformed shoulders. What it means, right, is, do you know that your shoulder, right, is a ball and socket, right or not? Do you know that? My socket is a lot bigger. That means my arms can pop out very easily. As a kid, I saw my specialist, and he diagnosed me, and he told me, Andrew, next time when you grow up, there is no way you can do any sports. People with this disability, they have trouble doing their day-to-day activities, Reaching out for a glass of water, the arm will just pop out. Yeah, how to rock climb, right, like that. But I trained anyway. I found a way to control the muscles to hold the joint together. And I started climbing leisurely, took it very easy. But I loved the sport so much, and I really wanted to do well. I wanted to take part in competitions. I wanted to win competitions. So what I had to do, right, was to train extra hard, harder than everyone else, and to train differently. and to make sure I'm stronger in every other aspect. Because for rock climbing, with this disability, when my shoulder is at an angle, right, it will pop out straight away. So there's one particular move which I cannot do, and I have lost so many competitions just because of that. But it's fine. All the competitions that I've lost because of this wasn't an issue to me at all. I knew it wasn't my fault. But, because I trained so much harder in every other aspect, that was when I did better in other competitions, and that's how I won the other competitions. So to a lot of people, right, it's a great, great demoralizer to have this setback from the start. Haven't even started yet, right? Haven't even started climbing yet. Oh, cannot even do sports. How to compete? But you see, it's all about how you want to, you conquer your problems. How you go ahead and get over them and be stronger in every other way. So that's what I did for rock climbing. And I think I've got some pictures. Oh yeah, sorry, got a few more diving ones. Rock climbing. Yeah. Oh, this photo, chalat, right? Okay, so the next one, right, would be my book. Before I flew off to Indonesia to do my book, just 2 nights before I flew off, I went cycling, and I got tired, so I decided to take a taxi. And then when I was putting my bicycle into the boot of the taxi, another taxi rammed into me, so I was sandwiched between 2 cars. The bumpers on both taxis were dented around my knee, which it knocked into. And then it was a hit and run. The driver ran away after that. It was very painful, basically. But miraculously, no bones were broken. I was rushed to the hospital. Everyone's calling me, telling me, Andrew, are you okay? You know what? It's okay. You don't have to do the book. It's fine, You can do it next time, after your army and whatnot. And it really destroyed, my whole excitement and passion to do this book, because everything was planned out, and then suddenly this huge obstacle just comes in my way. If I can't even walk, how can I scuba dive, right or not? But I told myself, hey, this actually makes for a very good story, very interesting story. Like, imagine, right, if I can recover and then I still do my book. It's quite badass, right? I don't mind my language, but it's quite hardcore, right? So I told myself, you know what, Andrew, I'm going to recover and then I'm going to do my book. So I listened to what the doctors told me to do, and I did what they did, what they asked me to do, and I finally recovered after a month. I was still limping, but I went to Indonesia anyway to do my book. And yeah, you can't really tell here, but it was really, the shape was a bit weird. And true enough, guess what? After I launched my book, the media took notice of it. Injured knee, what does it say? Doesn't crush young photographer's dream. So yeah, it really did work for a good story. So instead of having my hopes and dreams knocked off, right, by this huge obstacle, I've managed to find a way to go around doing it. I saw the positive in it. As you can tell by now, I'm a very, very positive kind of guy. And I believe that is why I am here today, because of my positivity, because I never let anything get me down. Okay, whew. I need some water. But yeah, so before I end, right, I don't know, I think I spoke a bit too fast. Before I end, I just want to share with you, many of you, Primary 5s, Primary 6, you guys are going to be taking your PSLE examinations. How many of you are taking it this year? None. Oh, so it's all Primary 5. Okay. Next year then. Good. All the more time to prepare for it. Oh, okay, a few of you. Yeah, you guys are taking your PSLE examinations. I want you to bear this in mind, okay? Your results, your score, your PSLE score isn't everything. Now your teachers are going to scold me after that, but it's true. Your results are not, your score is not everything. Just imagine, right? Do you think that your PSLE score would mean, that you're going to do well in life or you're going to do badly in life? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't at all. I did very badly for PSLE. I went to Victoria because of DSA, because of sailing. But yeah, it doesn't mean that you do badly at life or you'll be unsuccessful in life. It just means, how hard, you've put in effort into studying it. But it's fine. The thing is, if you do well for PSLE, good job. Continue to work hard, get into a good secondary school, and continue from there. But if you do badly, like I did, don't worry. You see, right, if you do badly for PSLE, right, the positive side to it is if you go to a not-so-good school, it's easier to top the school, right? When I went to VS, wow, I was the last law all the time. So if you go to a not-so-good school, you can top the school, and how many people can say that? Hey, I topped the school, man. So, yeah, find a positive in everything. Apart from studies, I'm sure a lot of you have your own personal problems. You know, like when I was your age, I had my own, Ramsay Hunt thing that totally destroyed my self-esteem. I'm sure you guys have your own problems, be it family, health, I don't know. But you see, the trick, right, of being successful in life, right, it's not about how well you do at work or school. It's about how you get over all your obstacles. It's about how you turn, the worst case scenarios into your greatest achievements. That is what successful people do. Because even if you get 260 for PSLE, you do badly further down the road, you're just going to be really sad, and that's just going to knock you off your feet, and you're going to do badly from then on. But if you have this thinking whereby, you know what, I'm just going to do my best at everything I do. If I don't do well, it's fine, I just have to work harder in every other aspect and stand out from everyone else. So guys, this is how you flip it. This is how you change and turn the worst possible scenarios into your best achievements yet. Thank you.